All right, time to get our hands dirty. This part may be a little scary, a little overwhelming, and some of you may actually hate it. We will work with some fine charcoal, and there will be dirt. There will be a mess. Be prepared. First, we'll make a very pale sketch with our hard graphite, working from this reference image. I don't want you to fixate on perfect proportions and perfect detail. I want you to use what you learned so far with your ability to draw symmetrical objects and with your understanding of 3D compositions to just place everything roughly where it needs to be. Once your sketch is done, you may bring in your eraser to clean up some of those vertical and horizontal lines that you've made, but that's it. My sketch is so light you can barely see it on screen, but worry not. In a minute, you will see everything just fine. Grab your Willow charcoal or your vine charcoal. It will come in a long stick like this. Snap a piece of it off, a small piece like this. Now, what I like to do is I like to take a piece of paper and just take off a bunch of pigment so that it's a little bit sharpened on the sides all around. We're not looking for it to be as sharp as a pencil. We just want it to be a little bit more rounded so that it's easier to work with. But don't worry about it. As soon as we start drawing, it will all take care of itself. So with this vine charcoal, using our reference photo, we will add the dark areas and leave the light areas untouched. And there'll be some finger painting along the way. Vine charcoal is not a precision tool. This is the exact opposite of working with graphite or working with colored pencils, which is why I said that some of you will hate this. But some of you will find this very refreshing and very liberating. I love working with vine charcoal because I find it to be kind of like a vacation from all of that control freak work that I tend to do as an artist. It's very important to switch your tools every once in a while so that you explore the different sides of your artistic personality. So love it or hate it, do give this a shot and see how differently it behaves, and also see the different outcomes that you achieve with various tools. Vine charcoal is fast. That colored pencil drawing took me an hour and a half to make. This is going to take me about 10 minutes to make. We can apply a lot more pigment right away, and the pigment is strong. It's just this one level of black. Don't try to shade with Willow charcoal. You can add pools of black and you can smear it with your finger. And that's pretty much the extent of your vine charcoal work. It's also very powdery. Depending on the kind of paper you're working with, you will get more and more powder on the surface of your paper. So this is messy. Some people will think this is ugly because it's not photorealistic. I find it quite beautiful, quite basic. This is where drawing shapes all comes from. It's just light and shadow. This video is actually just a part of a single video lesson from an entire course that I teach in my new academy called It's Easy to Draw. My courses feature anywhere from 40 to over 70 video lessons each, and they are extremely involved and university level courses. So if you're enjoying this content and if you would like to learn more, go to this address. It's very easy, www.itseasytodraw.com, or follow the link that's in the video description and pick a course that's right for you. Additionally, once you get there, you'll see that there's a community tab called the Artist Lounge. That's completely free to anyone. Join the conversation, join the community, and show us what you're working on today. Ask questions, introduce yourself. That's what the community is for. I hope I'll see you there. So here on the right, you can see that yes, you can in fact create different degrees of gray with fine charcoal, but mostly that's done with our fingers. The willow charcoal exercises are extremely important in multiple ways. They help you let go of that tiny muscle use that we're all so locked into with pens and pencils. You actually have this chunk of coal in your hand and you're just adding dark pigment in the areas where there's no light and leaving empty spaces in the areas where there is light. You're learning to work with blocks of light and shadow rather than fixating on detail. And if your sketch is done nicely and proportionally, you don't need to worry about trying to read your composition. If your sketch is done and you're happy with it, all you have to do is fill in the dark areas and the light areas. And if you want to add a little bit more detail, you can bring in your white charcoal and go over some of the areas that need a little bit more fine tuning, a little bit more detail than you can get with willow charcoal or vine charcoal. So this is what we use willow for. We use it for quick and dirty sketches to build our shapes, to plan where everything goes. So whether this is your cup of tea or not, do practice it because the benefits are huge and it will follow through in your other work, whether you realize it or not. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, don't forget to give it the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this, and don't forget to come to the Academy. It's easy to draw. I am constantly updating new courses, and you can even sign up for pre-order on some of them. I am super excited to be able to offer payment plans now. Each course can be purchased outright. It can be paid off over 3 months or even over 6 months. I've always wanted to be able to offer you guys payment plans. So I'll see you in the Academy. Whether you'll join a class or the community, I hope to see you there. Bye.